Hey everyone, let's have a quick chat about There But For The by Ali Smith. This is the second novel I read by her, and I must say I really enjoy her writing. I didn't really know what I was getting myself into, but I immediately felt at home in the way the story was told, in the way the sentences flowed, and the structure of the narration. This book is it's told in four parts. In each part, we focus on one character. All those characters are connected to an incident or a character that instigated an incident. That is confusing. So, all four characters that we focus on are connected to Miles. And Miles has locked himself into the spare bedroom of someone's house, someone he didn't really know. So in the first part, we meet Anna, who went on a school trip with him. And we learn a lot about Anna before we even get to the part where we learn that Miles has locked himself into a room. And it's very interesting how much we learn about Anna, how we see her life and how we see them connected, and how she remembers things about Miles, who she hasn't talked to in years. It's very interesting to see how the different characters and the main plot or the center of the story is introduced. In the second part, we meet Mark. Mark is the person who was invited to the dinner party and brought Miles as a guest. We learn a lot about Mark and his past, and we also see how he got to meet Miles and his interactions with Miles. And I really enjoyed this part because we also get a lot of information of the dinner party and the other guests. The dinner party at parts was very uncomfortable, and I really didn't want to be there, but it was a lot of fun to read about the different characters, their interactions, and how they talk to each other and the topics they talk about. It's a lot about art in that conversation, but you can also tell that not everyone at the dinner table likes art and is as interested in talking about art. And it was fun to read. The third part is following an old woman who's in hospital, and it takes a long time until we see a connection between her and Miles, and what we learn about her life and her struggles and her present situation is super well done. I really enjoyed reading that and seeing so much vulnerability from this old woman and the will to live and the things that she went through in the past. The last part we see through the eyes of a child who appeared in all of the other parts as well and who was also at the dinner party. And this is, I think, a very interesting part because the child is very intelligent and has some problems at school, but it's never really said. A lot about this last part and the child's life is conveyed through not really saying things. It's implied, but we learn a lot more about how this whole novel connects and how everything connects and what is going on. We meet Miles again and learn more about his own opinion of things and his thoughts. And I really enjoyed this. Throughout this novel, it was meeting new people, seeing them interact, and following their thoughts. And the story is often interrupted by past stream of consciousness remembering. And I enjoyed that a lot. Like I said before, Ali Smith's writing really works for me. I enjoy the things she talks about. I enjoy the art she presented, the ideas on philosophy she presents, the ideas on writing, and also on what is said and what is not said. And I enjoyed this a lot. The ending, I did want to have some information, but we didn't get it. And I know it makes sense that we didn't get it, but I still wanted to have it. Do you know that thing where you're like, oh, there's some big revelation, but you never get the revelation, it's only for the characters? That's what this ended on. And I was just like, dang. Anyways, I highly enjoyed it. I highly recommend it. If you enjoy Ali Smith's writing, you will enjoy this novel as well. Of course, I want to know what you think about either There But For The or any other book you have read by Ali Smith. I do want to read more. The other book I read was How to Be Both, and like I said, I highly enjoyed that as well. So let's talk about Ali Smith's writing and other smart things. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.